He wore another man's armor. He went into battle in place of the greatest warrior of his time, and he paid for it with his own life. Patroclus is one of the most overlooked figures in Greek mythology. While the world remembers Achilles as the greatest warrior of the Trojan War, few know the man who stood beside him from the very beginning. Unlike many Greek heroes, Patroclus was never driven by glory or fame. He was known for his loyalty, wisdom, and compassion, qualities that made him different from the warriors around him. After being exiled from his homeland as a young man, Patroclus found refuge in the kingdom of Phthia. There, he met the young Achilles. The two grew up together, trained under the same masters, and formed a bond that would become one of the most legendary friendships in ancient history. No one could have imagined that this quiet young warrior would one day change the fate of Troy forever. When the Trojan War began, Patroclus followed Achilles to the shores of Troy. Thousands of Greek warriors had gathered to reclaim Helen, whose abduction had sparked one of the greatest conflicts in mythology. For nearly 10 years, the war consumed both armies. Countless heroes fell, cities burned, and victory remained out of reach. Through every battle, Patroclus fought at Achilles' side, earning the respect of the Greek warriors not through pride, but through courage and loyalty. As the years passed, the bond between the two men grew even stronger. Yet, neither of them knew that the greatest challenge of the war was still to come. Everything changed when Achilles clashed with King Agamemnon. Insulted and furious, the greatest warrior of Greece refused to fight any longer. Without Achilles, the Greek army began to fall apart. The Trojans pushed them back day after day, and fear spread throughout the Greek camp. Patroclus watched his friends die, while Achilles remained in his tent. Every passing day brought more bloodshed, and it became painfully clear that if nothing changed, Troy would win the war. Faced with impossible choices, Patroclus made a decision that would change history forever. When Patroclus fell on the battlefield, everything changed. The news of his death reached Achilles, and grief quickly turned into unstoppable rage. The greatest warrior of Greece returned to the war, determined to avenge the friend he had lost. Soon, Achilles faced Hector in one of the most legendary duels in history. Hector was defeated, and the fate of Troy was sealed. Although Patroclus is often overshadowed by Achilles, his sacrifice became the turning point of the Trojan War. Without him, the legend of Achilles would never have been the same.